People are truly sick, man. And so people need to grow up and live in the real world. In life, you put your family first. That's what normal people do. Why should this prince be any different? Mr. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Why should they be any different? Why should this prince and Meghan Markle be different? So they should put the royal duties and everything before the well-being of their own family. The dude said, "I want to be financially independent." And he always knew that, look, you'll always be second to your older brother. You always will be. You'll always be the guy that, oh, are you really Prince Charles's son? Did Prince Diana have you with someone else? Blah, 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 blah. So he's always felt on the outside. And he has found somebody who he's in love with. And skip it real. She had. So people, all the press that says, oh, Meghan Markle, she's such an evil person. She had. Okay, so, and anybody who watched Suits will say that, yes, she was the most stunning and the most popping off in things. So the prince knows that she had. Okay, so I mean, like, she's one of those girls where she walks into the club, yeah, eyes are on her. I don't want to compare women or anything like that because I think that's sad. All I'm saying is that Meghan Markle is the kind of woman who, if she walks into the club, you didn't know who she was, you'll be like, who's that? Okay. So you have to look at this at all sides, because actually the English press is disgusting. I don't read the Daily Mail. I don't read any of this English tabloid press. I only just view stuff that's online and everything because these writers are insane. This Meghan Markle, she has been vilified. She has been insulted. There's been racial abuse. She's been compared to Kate Middleton, saying that she's not as good as Kate Middleton. There's been all these rumors and all this stuff put out about her and everything. And she's realized that, you know what? I don't think I can take this. I was warned. I thought I could do this. I don't think I can take this. And her husband, who is supposed to be one in one, has decided that I'm going to do what's best for my wife and my child. That's what a grown man does. It shouldn't be different because, oh, you're part of the royal family and you have a duty to, no, you have a duty to, once you have a child, see, with your wife and everything, once you have a child, you have a duty to your child and your wife. Your duty to your family. What is best for your family? Screw everything else. Screw what you should do with your real duty with the country. All that matters is your family. That's what a man does in the real world. Okay? This whole royal family thing, it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. But all of us, most of us, we live in the real world. 6 billion of us, we live in the real world. And this guy's trying to say, I'm trying to live in the real world to be financially independent. And people say, oh, strip them off their titles. I want, because they've already been removed from Madame Tussauds as well. I want them to strip them off their titles. You don't think they'll survive? Because if you do that, because remember, we're living in a globalized world. We're living in a globalized world. You don't think the people in America or Canada will be like, we will pay whatsoever for you to just speak. Speak about your UNICEF, speak about the goodwill stuff that they're doing. They'll be financially fine because once you do that, people will actually gravitate more towards them. They're like, they're stripping away your titles and they're pushing you apart because you're trying to put family first. They're like, oh, no, we actually like these guys a lot more. And for me, I fully respect the decision because I mean, for the prince, it must have been a tough decision because you can already see the fallout from it, And I just say, look, it does take a bit of balls, but at the same time, once you know something is right in your guts, it isn't a hard decision to make. It isn't a hard decision to make. And people saying, oh, she sort of influenced them and everything. You stupid losers. That's why, again, I'm not speaking to the people who know what being a man is and know what being part of a family is. I'm not speaking to you guys because you guys are in the know when you actually live in the real world. I'm speaking to the morons who don't live in the real world, who think that the world revolves around the royal family and don't respect what a man is supposed to do. For those people out there, you morons I'm speaking to, he's doing the right thing, whether you like it or not. And you have to understand, We live in a very multicultural world. A very multicultural world. And if you now sort of now attack him and his wife, as you've already done, you've already attacked his wife, even if even if she's actually mixed race, but you've already sort of branded her as black, black, black. If you do that, you're just gonna make them more powerful. So the only people that will hate them are these racist, archaic, Neanderthal pieces of crap. Those are the people who will still hang on to hate them. You Neanderthal, racist pieces of dog crap. Okay? But people who live in 2020, people who live in the future, people who are contemporary, swag, rap, your boy Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, people who live in the world of now, not in the 1800s piece of crap past, who live in the future, the internet, all right? People who know about, what was that it? What's in man? People who know that will be like, no, we're riding with these guys because these guys are for the future. And because if they play this right, the more they are hated and are brandished as these evil people, the more that they'll be loved. The more that they'll be loved. The more that they'll be loved. Because if the royal family, the people you screwed up, English tabloids you screwed up, because if you had supported this couple, given them the support, didn't write all this crap, this could have been a couple who could have really been a great promoter of the royal family. I don't want to talk crap about the Prince William and Kate Middleton. I don't want to. But let's keep it real, because this is a real channel. Let's keep it real. They don't have swag. They're not cool. They're not contemporary. They're not with the times. They represent the past. They represent the past. Homeboy Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they represent the future. Meghan Markle specifically, because she's mixed race, represents the future. As in, the world is getting globalized, whether you like it or not. I'm sorry, okay? The entire world isn't white. More and more white and black people are getting down. It's real. In about 50, 60, 70, 80 years time, we're going to be seeing a lot of mixed race people, whether you like it or not, baby. Okay? This ain't Hitler, right? Okay? This ain't the Aryan race, okay? This ain't the master race, okay? That was back in the 30s and 40s, man. We're rolling 2020. We're rolling 2020, it's mixed race. It's by Kendrick Lamar. It's by Jay-Z. It's about rap. It's by hip-hop. Hip-hop is what's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see how this falls out. Let's see how this all rolls out, man. But great decision by these guys. Great decision by these guys, man. And I, for one, your boy HH, in my own small way, I will fully support them. And I think that if they play their cards right, they'll be all right. They'll be all right because people will rally around them. Trust me, people will rally around them, because what you always need is people, strong supporters, strong core supporters. And once you have strong core supporters, they'll just rally around you. They'll just rally around you, because let's keep it real. Are you saying Meghan Markle is going to find it hard to get a job? Looking the way that she looks, and she can act. So people say, oh my gosh, well, how are they going to survive? And them combined, especially with their story, of being now set aside an outcast and wanting to be independent of this royal family that is living in the past. Because they didn't do this by choice. They were forced to do this by how they were treated, specifically Meghan Markle. And I fully support what these guys are doing, man.